The other day, an English learner told me that she was having a problem with asking questions at work. She would ask her boss a question and he wouldn't actually answer the question. So together we had a look at the questions that she was asking him, and I asked her to provide a few examples. And what we discovered was she was asking the question to begin with and then following it up with context. So she was speaking for 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes afterwards. And she was expecting that her boss would remember the question and then answer it. What she needed to do instead was she needed to introduce the topic. I have a question for you. Then provide the context. Okay, this is the background information. And then she needed to signpost the question. So after speaking for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, a minute, what she needed to do was tell her boss that I'm going to ask you a question now, so pay attention. And there are a few signposts that you can use. I have a few written down here. You can say, so my question for you is this. So here's my question. Which brings me to my question. What I'd like to know is, so with that in mind, that's the background. My question is, or if you want a more softer approach, you can use, so I was wondering. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts on, I suppose what I'm really asking is, and then after you signpost that you're going to ask a question, you ask your question and then you finish. You don't say anything else. After the question is finished, you say no more. You finish with the question. This makes sense because you have said when you see them, I have a question for you. You provide them with the background information so they kind of understand where the question is coming from and the angle and what type of response and answer that would help with the situation. You signpost, okay, here is my question. You ask the question. They can't get confused. This is a really simple structure to help people ask better questions, especially at work in English. It does help if your questions are grammatically correct. Asking questions is very difficult in English because you have to change the sentence structure. So it's definitely worth learning that, but that is a little tip to help you ask better questions in English, especially at work. If you want to understand native speakers, feel confident in every conversation, and also speak clearly and naturally, click the first link in the description and you'll be taken to my English learning community where you can try it for free. See you there.